A few weeks ago, I posted a video and it was called something like brands that I refuse to buy from. And I went through a big old list of brands that are either problematic or that I find like a little bit dodgy. I kind of told you guys why I was not going to be buying makeup from these brands, why I choose to spend my money elsewhere, why I choose to support other businesses instead of these businesses. And that video did really, really well. You seem to really, really enjoy it. So now I am here with more brands that I am not buying from, okay? I'm not buying from these brands. Maybe they could change a few things and like persuade me to have a look at them again. But as they stand, these brands are on my no-buy list and I'm more than happy with that. But just before we do jump into the video, I think like 70% of you guys are not subscribed to my YouTube channel. So definitely like and subscribe. I upload every single day here on my channel. I love bright, fun, colourful makeup. Today's look was made with the BeautyBay Botanical palette. It was a palette bingo for my channel members. So if you're interested in exclusive content, then definitely go and check out my membership. You can vote on the palettes that I use. You can be in an exclusive group chat as well. But if you just want to subscribe and like and comment, that would also mean the absolute world to me. I'm trying to hit 6K and we are so close. If those 70% of people subscribed, we would smash that goal and that would make my absolute year. I'm not even gonna lie, that would make me so happy. So if you do enjoy my content, definitely give us a little support, give us a little subscribe. And as always, everything that is on my face today will be linked down below. So if you fancy something, you can go find it down there. So there are a few brands actually that I was shocked I did not speak about in last video. They just escaped my mind for some reason. And today I'm going to talk about them. So number one is SheGlam. Now I remembered this brand because I have just filmed my all the products I'm project panning right now video, and this is one of the products. This is my SheGlam Insta Ready powder, and I'm, as you can see, very, very close to finishing this. I have a massive pan in this. I say very, very close. I'm still probably a few months away, but I'm gonna gaslight myself into not believing that. Now, I've actually kind of banned a lot of fast fashion from my clothing hauls. I don't really talk about clothing much on this channel because like I don't really know much about it. I just kind of wear the same things over and over again. But I've actively not shopped on brands like Shein for a very, very long time. For a good like 3 years now, it's been something that I'm really, really passionate about because the reports that come out of Shein's factories are abysmal. So I know that Shein and SheGlam are technically like two different things. However, Shein owns SheGlam. And if Shein are doing really horrific practices, like they're not paying their workers properly, they're overworking their workers, they don't have any time off, they're like sleeping at their desks, they're not going home and seeing their families and being paid like a penny an hour or something stupid like that, then surely SheGlam is going to be the same. Like, surely SheGlam is going to be very, very similar because, I mean, they own SheGlam. So there is nothing that's come out specifically about SheGlam. However, if you kind of use your little kind of cognitive thinking skills, you can kind of evaluate what's going on with SheGlam. Now, it's really, really sad because I do love SheGlam. This is, I think, the only thing in my collection right now that is SheGlam because I have made that conscious effort not to buy from them for quite a while now. There was a time where I was really excited about the brand, and then the more that I read up on it, the more I was just like, I don't want to do that. I don't really want to get mingled up in that. It's just really not ethical in my opinion, and in anyone's opinion, I should hope. I can't support that. I'm all for voting with my money. I give it to the brands that I think deserve it, and SheGlam are just not a brand that I can give my money to. I know a lot of people kind of say like, oh, well, you know, as long as they're giving me a service, that's fine. I cannot disagree more. I will not. Even like my nail lady, this is a bit of a side note, I was having a conversation with my mum the other day, and I said to her, if my nail lady like talked about getting drunk and going out and partying all the time, I would not go to her because like I'm giving my money to her. So no, I will not be buying from SheGlam anytime soon, unless miraculously they just decide to redo their whole business strategy, which I highly, highly doubt. Next is a brand that breaks my heart, because this is such a good brand and I really want to try more from them, but this is Benefit. They test on animals. Like, Benefit, come on, girl, you've got so much money. Like, we don't need to do this. We really don't need to do this. I have the Cookie highlighter and I love it so much. I know that their eyeshadows are definitely not my kind of vibe, okay? They're very, very neutral. This is neutral for me. This like green wing is very, very neutral for me. I very rarely do full-on neutral looks, so their eyeshadows I'm okay with just kind of like passing to the side. But things like their lip products, their cheek products, even their base products, I'm really, really interested in and I'm really intrigued by, but they test on animals. I've been actively cruelty-free for a good few years now. I refuse to buy things that have been tested on animals. I just think it's so wrong, and since getting my dog Stan especially, I just don't know how anyone can do it. Even my old dog Max down here, like I don't know how anyone can test on animals. When I was young, I used to think that they'd like glam up like a monkey or like glam up a rabbit. That is not how it works. That is not how it works. Like I used to think it was a lot more like, you know, just putting mascara on. It's definitely not that. So yeah, since doing more research into things like that, it just breaks my heart. And I just, again, I cannot give my money and fund something that I don't ethically agree with, and it's something very, very important to me. It's something that is very, very close to my heart, and unfortunately Benefit are not up with the times right now, and they're still testing on animals, which I think is absolutely baffling. In this year of 2025, people are still testing on animals, and I don't understand it in the slightest. So Benefit, unless you change your ways, I cannot. And that kind of goes for every brand. It's very easy for me to just do a whole list of brands that test on animals. I'm kind of having Benefit as a bit of an umbrella brand right now. Any brand that tests on animals, I will not be going anywhere near. Next we have P. Louise. So P. Louise, actually, all credit to them. I say recently, I think maybe last year or the year before, they actually went from not cruelty-free to being cruelty-free, which is amazing. Like, P. Louise, props to you. Well done, girl. We love that. Thank you so much for doing the right thing, being ethical. However, P. Louise suffers from something that... Sorry, I've got a dog hair. P. Louise suffers from something that I have coined the P. Louise curse, and other makeup brands sometimes do it as well, but P. Louise is like the #1 brand. So the P. Louise curse is when an eyeshadow palette, let's say there's 50 eyeshadows in the palette, and like 10 of those eyeshadows are the same shade, but with the slightest bit of difference. That is the P. Louise curse to me. I don't understand why. If you need 5 shades of like slightly lighter and then slightly lighter and then slightly lighter, your eyeshadows clearly don't blend very well. Because eyeshadows are meant to blend and they're meant to naturally have that like difference in lightness and darkness. They're meant to naturally fade out. So if you need 5 eyeshadows of the same color but 1 shade lighter, it's clearly not working. And it's something that I've found with so many P. Louise palettes. Now, I do have some P. Louise palettes in my collection. I think I only have one. I think I decluttered one. Let me check. Yeah, I did declutter one, and this is the only one that I have left. This does not suffer from the P. Louise curse, but the other eyeshadow palette that I had, it was literally 1 millitone away from each other, and I just don't understand paying money for redundant eyeshadows. It should not happen. I truly believe that to get a really in-depth, like full-scale blend, you need a total of 3 colours. Possibly add a black in there as well, but without the black, you need 3 tones, a deep, a medium, and a light. You don't need 7 shades to make a blend, and I'm gonna die on that hill. So for that reason, I'm not gonna be buying P. Louise, because a lot of their palettes do the same thing. And also, I need to throw your mind back, if you're an old viewer, to the P. Louise eye bases. Now, I bought these P. Louise eye bases because I was told by the internet that they are the best thing since sliced bread. They are not. not. They are really, really not. I used to think that I had very oily eyelids, which really confused me because I have very, very dry skin. So I was like, why are my eyelids so oily? At the end of every single day, I would get home and my eyeshadow would just be creasing and like oily and gunky. I was like, my eyelids are so oily. Like, why? None of the rest of my body is oily at all. It was those damn P. Louise bases that were so oily and so thick and not good. My skin is dry, and if my dry skin was having that reaction, your oily skin, I'm going to pray for it. I'm going to pray for your oily skin because, oh my God, you're gonna have a ride with that one. So I just don't like their quality. I just don't think it's great. I just have an issue with it. And I know that this isn't like the most serious thing in the world. Like, we've just been talking about She Glam and like really horrific ethics. I know in comparison, P. Louise is not actually that bad, but I wanted to put it on this list because it bugs me. It annoys me. And I just can't do it. You know what? I'm going to add in an impromptu brand now. I have my little list, and this is a brand that I just thought about now, and I'm going to talk about it before I forget. This is Patrick Tar. I think that this brand is really greedy. I just get greedy vibes. They came out with a foundation that was like £100. £100. What? No foundation is worth £100, guys. Do not pay £100 for a foundation. Put your bank card down right now. You are not paying £100 for a foundation. Their eyeshadow palettes go moldy. I'm sorry. What? The eyeshadow palettes go moldy within like a year, and they're like £60+. I think they're more than that. No, first of all, there was the whole controversy with the singles or the duo, like super glittery eyeshadows. You can get Colourpop Super Shocks, babe. Don't do that. Don't pay £50 for two eyeshadows. It's not, I mean, if you can, you're clearly in a different tax bracket to me, but that is craziness. I just feel like every release that they do, they kind of like up the price a little bit. And I just, from what I've seen, I'm way too poor to have tried any of these things, but from what I've seen, it's not warranted. It's not warranted. The drugstore have come such a long way in the past few years. I've just done full face of Essence, full face of Catrice, and all of those products are incredible quality. And I think a full face cost me £30 for each of those brands. You are not paying £100 for a foundation, girl. No, you're not. It really does baffle me when things come out with that price, but I don't think I've ever seen a foundation that is over £100 apart from that one. And I just don't know who he thinks he is. I don't know if he thinks he's like Dior or Chanel or anything like that, or Louis Vuitton. He's not. I can't do it. I cannot support that. That is craziness. That is greed, pure greed. You cannot convince me that the ingredients in that foundation warrant that price tag unless he's shaving gold into that thing, which A, does not need to be done in the slightest. You don't need gold in your foundation, and B, that is ridiculous. Unless he's doing that and he can prove that that is like happening and that is why, I cannot support this brand because that is insanity, especially when his eyeshadows go moldy. I don't think I've ever had an eyeshadow go moldy, ever. And like some of the eyeshadows in that drawer are like old, should not be going on my eyes. I've never had one go moldy, so baffled, absolutely insane. So now let's move on. This is, again, I was umming and ahhing whether or not to put this brand on this list. This is Too Faced. Now, I know the whole point of Too Faced, like their whole name. Half of their products are like super cute, super like, I love that, like little super cute, like kind of teenage vibes, like young adult, like cutesy little rainbows and like unicorns and like whatever. The other half of their brand, look, I'm not a prude. Maybe I am. Actually, no, I am. No. Stop it right now. The thought of me coming on camera and being like, hey guys, this is like what was like one of their product, I can't even think about one of their products names because like they just cringe me out so much. And again, going back to, I want to give my money to things that I support. I'm a prude. I don't drink. I don't do any kind of like substances. It's just how I like to live my life. So like giving my money to someone who's like, this is the barely legal lipstick. I'm like, ew! Why? Why are we doing that? I spoke about J-Star in my last video. And I mean, J-Star has a whole list of like controversies. But one of the things I did mention is like the names of his palettes. Do you remember the like nude tone palette that came out and what he called that? The thought of me coming on here and being like, oh my god guys, I've just bought this palette. It's called... what the actual hell? And Too Faced is so similar. Like some of their products, really cute, really nice. Some of their even neutral products, like the Born This Way, brilliant, love that. But then they just cross a line. And I can't buy those things. I cannot, it makes me physically cringe. Like I'm 100% a prude. I really am. I'm really old fashioned. I'm like a grandma. I just don't think those things should be in makeup. I really don't think so. I just think that some things should be private. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to know. Like, unless my best friend comes to me with something like serious, I don't want to know. I don't want to know about anyone else's. I don't want to talk about mine. It's just really, I don't know, it just made me cringe so much. Maybe this is more of a personal one. Maybe like it's not that deep, but I just find it really unclassy. I find it really grabby. I find it really just distasteful and just, I can't deal with those I can't deal with those names. I can't come on here with a clean conscience and say the things that Too Faced is naming these things. And it's not just Too Faced, it's like multiple brands. Just grabby, distasteful, humiliating names. I can't deal with them and I'm not gonna buy them. Absolutely not. I can't do it. Okay, this is a bit topical, the next one. POV Beauty. This is Michaela's recent launch. Michaela just in herself needs to be stopped. Michaela is a TikToker who is just money hungry. Let's just say that. She loves a bit of money, which who doesn't? Who doesn't? Like, I love being paid. My paydays, love that. She loves money. She loves money, but too much. She has, I mean, I don't need to go into all the controversies surrounding Michaela, do I really? I really don't think I do. I'm embarrassed to be part of the beauty community when she is, like, the head of it. That's all I'm gonna say. The whole Lashgate thing was pathetic. The whole, like, yeah, this is my natural lashes, just with mascara on. Girl, who are you kidding right now? It's just, like, ugh. And she came out with her own brand, which everyone was expecting, like, makeup, because she does like makeup. That's her whole thing. She came up with a really generic skincare line, and it was like makeup prep. It's skincare, which I'm really confused about. I don't follow Michaela, so maybe this is a really like apt launch for her. I'm very confused by it, to be honest. I was expecting like a colourful palette and like crazy lipsticks and crazy blushes, but I'm just very, very confused. Very confused by that. And she's going in my list of like influencers I want nothing to do with. I'm not even going there. Like, I may watch a review just to like see, but I would never ever buy a skincare or makeup product from Michaela, because like, that girl needs therapy. What the hell is going on? Didn't she like fake that someone was like serious, like something was really, really wrong with her just to get views for this launch? Wasn't she pretending that she had like a mega illness or something? Like, that could be wrong, but like that's what I remember hearing. She was like proper milking the fact that she was like on death's door. And then she's like, this is my skincare line. Like, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? I don't know. I just find it icky. I find it icky. I don't like it. So now, well, let's move on to the final final brand, and this is NARS. And again, I can't believe I didn't speak about NARS in my first video. So they are not cruelty-free. We've been through this rant with the whole benefit section of this video. They're not cruelty-free, which I think is abysmal. NARS is 2025. What you do. However, there is another reason why I will not buy from NARS anymore. All of their palettes are exactly the same. These are 3 NARS palettes. We're going to spot the difference. Yeah, we're going to spot the difference. There is no difference. There is like 2 bronzers, a highlight, 3 blushes in every single palette, and they're all the same. I don't understand how NARS is still available. I don't understand how it's still going, because all of their products are the exact same. Every single Christmas, the same palette gets rolled out again, and people buy it. I just don't. It's so lazy. It's so lazy. Like, give us something else. Even their eyeshadow palettes, like, sometimes there's a few, like, differences, but it's just, like, browns, beige, cream, you know. What? It's really, really lazy. I just feel like it's, like, what? I know that they are marketing more towards, like, the natural girlies, and that's absolutely fine. I understand that. But, like, give us something. Give us something. You know, I know that these face palettes are like their jam, their bread and butter, but like, NARS, like you're really boring, babe. You're really, really boring, and you're really, really lazy. And I just don't understand it. I really don't get it, but that's just my opinion. That's my opinion! So this is it. This is the part 2 of brands I refuse to buy from. I'm not spending my money on these brands. I refuse. Obviously, there are like, I think all brands are problematic in some way. But these are brands that I felt like I could talk about. Obviously, like, there are so many controversies with so many brands, but I would be sat here forever talking about every single controversy with every single brand. So I'm just gonna like leave it here. I think I'm like fueled up now. I'm like pumped now because I've just had like a massive rant to you guys. So here you go. This is part 2. My little rant is over now. I hope you have a great day. Let me know down below, what is, in your opinion, the most controversial makeup brand? Let me know. If you answer that question, I know that you'll made it to the end of this video. Maybe it's something that I haven't thought about, and that'd be interesting. Maybe it's something I've never heard of before. Ooh, spill the tea down below. But this is it. Definitely like and subscribe, because I upload every single day here, and I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Bye bye.